Hey everyone, welcome to Smart Investing. This video is actually an urgent warning to subscribers, investors, people who are watching this, uh, people who know my work. Very, very small set of people. What I'm about to say should be taken very seriously, but also for educational purposes. I'm not a licensed or insured financial advisor, but it's gonna get ugly, folks. If you're seeking somebody who's licensed and insured, please do so. Please do consult one that you can get mad about when things go wrong and when they have their decision on their end and managing their money for you instead of me. But again, I'm always transparent, honest, and accurate with what I say or do when it comes to investments, especially the stock market. That's all I can say. So now we're going to get to the meat and bones and stuff here. So my warning to whoever's watching this is that I strongly, this is based on facts, and I'm going to show you why in a minute. After this banking crisis that happens, whether it is small or large, I've been keeping my eye on so many sectors, so many people. I have to listen to so much news, which is not a bad thing, but I also have to keep up with the government on what they do, what are they thinking about. It's crazy on my end on how ridiculously tireless work and effort where I put in, and I guess whoever listens to it benefits from it. So anyhow, this is just me based on facts, but again, for educational purposes only. I strongly think, based on my research and my facts and everything that I have looked at for the commercial real estate sector specifically, it's hard to say the real estate sector as a whole. There's so many components and different ways to categorize these companies. Because if I go into detail, if I say real estate, the first thing people think of is either commercial or residential. But there's way more than that. So again, what I'm trying to say is that the next on the downtrend list that I have based on my research is commercial real estate. I see commercial real estate going in a downtrend, coming up soon, real soon, like within, I'd say, either this quarter or next quarter for sure. Right after this banking crisis, I think we're going to have a small commercial real estate crisis. And this is the reason being. Again, I want people to understand there are two different kinds of views here. So we have Wall Street, people who just care about the financial economy based on the stock market, and then the actual economy, which is Main Street, which is regular day working Americans. These are people obviously that make under $250,000 a year. Even if you make six figures, depending on where you live, you may be affected too. Things have been going up, costs have been rising. I'm sure people have noticed this. This is nothing new to me, but what I'm trying to say is that uh, this is a very catastrophic um, change that we're going through. It's I'm sorry I'm kind of delayed in my speech. It's just that I'm thinking about it happening as we speak. I could just, see people going mad and I don't know. I think horror stories. I could see people being upset. Um, chaos erupting even more. People struggling, losing their homes and stuff like that. Very scary scenario. Uh, but anyhow, let me get to the meat and bones, like I said. So anyhow, the reason I strongly see the commercial real estate that is going to happen right after the small banking crisis is because Wall Street, especially, uh, and also federal government, ever since 2020, we have to realize this was a game changer. Aside from COVID, I'm sure a lot of people who invested in commercial real estate, like I mean millions, they have a loss. And apparently, I don't know whether they took the loss yet, whether it's realized or unrealized. Again, people are going to lose when it comes to the commercial real estate sector specifically. So we're going to look at some charts, and I'm going to show you some charts real quick. Today is May 4th, 2023, Thursday. It is 9:51 p.m. I am on the East Coast in Florida. This is real time. This is as accurate as you can see me doing these evaluations. So, first things first, I want to explain as I go so hopefully people can understand. Simple, effective, accurate, and I hope I don't go too fast, and very knowledgeable in things when it comes to the stock market. So, first things first, let's point out the title. Very detailed. I'm not just mentioning real estate in general. I'm going after something very and specific, which is right here, commercial real estate. Aside from that, again, I know people might think, experienced investors, boy, this guy's doing a top-down approach. Or is he doing a bottom-up approach? I'll say this. This is my expertise working in the stock market, analyzing, evaluating, and just seeing what's what, seeing trends. Again, if you don't know my work, if this is the first time you're seeing my video, I do long-term investment, and I do short-term investment, which is also highly accurate in trading and knowledgeable, and I do technical analysis as well. So this is something that I guess I'm really, really good at, which some people, well, most people, they tend to take sides. They want to do fundamental or they want to do technical. I'm an all-around, well-trained person when it comes to this. Like, I don't have an MBA. I don't have a master's. I apologize if anybody does have, but honestly, I think it's useless. After a while, you have to see where whatever works for you works for you. But that's small money, is what I'm trying to say. When you're involved with so many people and clients and money transferring and moving left and right and all these large numbers just coming at you, you really have to just focus on numbers. It sucks to say that and have the emotions not in it for you, but that's just the way finance works. You just have to look at numbers mostly. And the numbers don't lie, depending on where you get your research and work and how hard you work. So anyhow, let me point this out. I keep mentioning I'm gonna get to meat and bones, but here we go. Let's jump right into this. So first thing I notice, and I haven't scrolled down this full page, so I'm gonna put my nice looking face over here in the right hand corner so you guys can see this page that I'm gonna go over with you. So we look at this page here. I'm gonna scroll all the way down. If you notice, just the price alone on these stocks when it comes to commercial real estate. So you would think, wow, why is first things first, if this is my first time seeing this, why are these prices so low, even compared to other real estate stocks? Commercial real estate took a real big hit in 2020. I'm sure people took a loss because it's hard for them to uh, turn over a commercial property into something that can be useful. These investors have no ideas as to how to innovate. They have no clue whatsoever. A lot of these people, they just want a quick buck. The same works on Wall Street, making a quick buck. They're trying to either renegotiate leases in major cities. They don't know what to do with it. And again, there's winners and losers here. And a lot of these guys on here are going to be losers. I'd say a good 90% of these companies on this public stock market will be losers. And here's why. Look at the prices. Way too cheap for commercial real estate. So why is that? If this makes any sense, uh, I see single digit prices. I see double digit prices. I don't see any triple digit prices. Now, I guess people would ask me, hey, Albert, smart investor, uh, what does that have to do anything with anything? Why are you concerned? Like, why would that number make even sense? Uh, because again, uh, I'm looking at price action, just comparing company to company. Again, market caps vary, but again, even with a market cap comparing companies with prices, if they're having about the same amount of market cap, I wouldn't expect prices to be too far off. And if they are too far off, either their business model has weakened, something's going on, or they're just, have a CEO change, management change, something is major that is going on in the company where things have flipped and it's just gone downhill. But again, it can't happen to all the companies in the sector. That should definitely be a red flag. So again, I see a few single digits already on this first page, a few double digits. I don't see any triple digits. Scrolling down again, I see double digits. I see only one triple digit company. So again, I would assume that's a higher market cap. Typically, the higher the price, the more of a market cap a company is. And most times it is true. Uh, Again, we're going over around. I'm not going over all of these. I'm just choosing random ones, and I just want to show you guys. So in total, this whole list here. So we're looking at about 79, close to 80 companies, a little above 80. So around 84 companies on this list, just so you guys get an idea. So scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down. Let's start from the bottom and work our way up actually. So single digit, I don't see anything triple digit. So let's count how many companies that have triple digit. So we have one, we have another one, that's two, and we have three. This one's close to it. These guys are dividend champions, meaning they paid dividends for at least 20 years or so. So that's a solid company, FRT. I've heard of them. So again, that was number 4, I believe. And 5, PLD Prologis. What is going on? I apologize for that. So again, we'll count it up again just to be sure. So 1, I see 1, 2, 3, 4 is PLD, and I believe that's it. Okay, 5 right there. If you guys see that, EGP, in the middle of the screen, and then that's 5, and that's it. So 5 out of over 80 companies. Let's do that math. So 5 divided by 80, we're talking about only, wow, 6%. Let me see, times 100. Yeah, only 6%. So, like I said, over 90. So 94% of these guys are gonna lose in the commercial real estate. Now let's take a look at the market cap for these large companies. So who was the highest priced? Now let's look at that. Who's the highest priced? So we have ALX at 176. Can any other price beat 176? If not, that's the winner, and we'll take a look at that. And then I want to show you guys how and why. So again, I'm showing you the highest price stock versus the lowest price stock. So now we're gonna analyze what is the lowest price stock. So anything under $1, we'll see if what we have. If anything is under $1 or even close to $2, between $1 and $2, I don't see anything yet. So okay, I see this ILPT, that's $2. That's the cheapest stock that I see so far. So anything lower, 1.13 FSP. So we're gonna take a look at those, the dollar stock and the other one, the $2. So the 1 and the $2 stock, and then we have another one that's a $2 stock here, which is Power. So those 4 companies, right? Like I said, cheapest stocks versus the highest price stock. So let's start with the highest one. Market cap at 901 million. This is what I want to point out. Let's look at this chart. So with this chart we have here in 2019, it starts to go down. Now let's look at the 5-year. 2019. Solid year for that year. Then we jump into 2020. It's gone down. Then it's gone up. As we can see here, this is the highest price stock on the stock market when it comes to the commercial real estate category sector. It goes up and down, very volatile. Then in 2022, it takes a dip, jumps up again, goes down, jumps up again. So now it's fighting for its life because it's pretty much going into consolidation, but it's having these huge rips up and down, up and down, up and down, which causes it pretty much to be flat and stay in the same range. But this is a highly big range for it to be in. We're talking about at least $50 of range every few months. I don't know how people could tolerate that. So anyhow, aside from that, we have here the last 5 years. This is this high and this is the low. As we can see here, up until 2023, right here, that was the lowest point that it matched to 2020. Well, if you look at 2020 compared to 2023, this actually broke its trend by a pretty big margin. So we're talking about $10. It don't seem like much, but as stocks fall and percentages go up and down, you can clearly see that's a big move. And again, the reason it doesn't look like a big move, why? Is because the chart is a 5 year. Now, the less time and the more current information that you have, the bigger these rips and dips will look like. So again, I'm on a 5 year chart. So again, that doesn't look like a small, that doesn't look like, sorry, that doesn't look like a big move, but in reality, it is. Now let's look at the 1 year. You can see here, obviously it broke that trend going down. And again, we're at earnings. So earnings, it looks like they reached a new lower low. Guess what? That lower low, not only did it break for the year, it broke for the 5 year mark. Now, even if we go to a shorter time frame, obviously the 3 month, and now this is even deadlier. The longer the time frame and the more trends it's breaking, the worse these kind of stocks are going to get. Now we look at it from the max. If we see here, it is reaching its peak high from a high of, I don't want to go too far back, but let's bring it back to 2020. What was the low at 2020? It definitely broke that. Now, as we can see here, the 5 year mark, it's under its 200 EMA. So we can see here a pretty strong downtrend. Again, we look at the max chart. It's already reaching, its 2013 levels with a roller coaster drop. We can see here back in 2008, really big drop in the commercial real estate. So again, this is a highest price stock for commercial real estate for this kind of categorized sector. Now we want to look at those cheaper stocks. PW at $2.50. Look how big these moves are. Like seriously. Seriously. See that on a max chart? Look how sharp that goes up, and then look how fast that drops. Look how fast that drop is. It didn't even bounce on its way down. You just see it just... And then again, this is what I want to point out. It broke its low on a max chart. Are you kidding me? This is the cheapest stock. And this is only a market cap of 8.47 million. So when you look at that, it's breaking lower lows on all these charts, a very long-term trend chart. I mean, these are charts that are over a year, 5 years, even 10 years. This is the next to collapse. And that is why, because again, we have these breakthroughs and these lower lows from years and years and years. Like, it's gonna come down to the wire sooner or later. We haven't officially been announced in a recession. Once that is announced, this is gonna go to dog crap all these commercial real estate companies in the stock market. Again, let's look at another one. Let's look at the other two. That's dog crap on the market. So we had FSP, and again, on a 5 year chart, it broke its low. So this was a low here, and around this time frame in, let's say about I don't know, let's say about late March, it broke its lower low from October. It broke its lower low, and look at that move. Big, strong move. Again, I'm not looking at the price. I'm looking at the move. So in order for it to get back to that, it would have to pretty much go up 200%, which would be unheard of. And even if it does, You still have a market cap of 116 million. This is not even a small cap company, not even respected on the stock market. Wall Street doesn't look at these companies that are worth in the millions. They only look at companies that are worth in the billions. So again, it's going to have a trickle down effect. A lot of these companies are not going to survive when it comes to the commercial real estate. Last one up. Let's go for the next one. So we have FSP. What was that other one? Uh, no, it wasn't WHLR. Well, let's backtrack. So we did one. We did two. ILPT. And let's look at WHLR later. So ILPT, Industrial Logis, we have here a 5-year chart. Look at this break. This was the low of 2020. Did it break its low in 2022 or anytime this year? Yes, it has. In 2022, broke its low in 2022. Come 2023, it's going even lower. So again, in 2 years' time, we went from $27 in 2 years' time all the way down to like $2.04. Pitiful. It's gotten downgraded to dog crap, as I say. And again, this stock, it looks like it's gonna go even lower. How much lower can it go? Once it breaks through under $1, that's it. I think after 3 months, SEC calls them up. Hey, you guys are under $1. You guys are gonna have to go bankrupt. You guys are not worthy to be in the stock market. Blah blah blah. Either change your business model, or you have to raise capitals one way somehow, or you can risk going onto the OTC market. So we'll check up with you in like 3 months, and if you don't have an answer for us, we will take action as needed. Click. So that's pretty much how the SEC works. So moving on to the next one, we have here one more, WHLR. And I could choose any random stock, but again, it's breaking its 1-year low, its 5-year low, and close to the max chart. Look at this. All the way from 2013. Boom, 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 boom. Lower lows, and lower lows. How much lower can it go? Again, these are crappy ass companies. The reason I say crap is because of the market cap. So basically, in order for it to be taken seriously or even looked at, Wall Street has to like it too. Just because a cheap stock, has a small market cap, I'm not bashing these smaller companies. What I'm trying to get people to realize, or even myself, is that Wall Street is where the big money is. Your average investor on Main Street, they're not having big accounts on this. Yeah, sure, you can throw it up on YouTube and TikTok, whatever. Try to make yourself famous. Yeah, look, I have a portfolio worth 6 figures or whatever. Fine, congratulations, good for you. But again, where the big money is at is in the millions, which is on Wall Street. All these capital firms, asset managers, these hedge funds. These are. I want people to realize that I'm only one person. I've been doing this for years. And again, I don't consider myself on Main Street and I don't consider myself on Wall Street. I consider myself in between. And I'm going up against big money. If I had to choose, fine. You could throw me in the categorized section for a Main Street investor. But I guess, I don't know, one of the elite Main Street investors. I don't care how you give me a category of how you want to initiate my title. But again, I don't consider myself part of any community per se. I think too many Main Street investors are getting the wrong information. Some of them are just clueless. Some of them are dumb. Some of them are just selfish, sort of like Wall Street. and you don't want to claim victory with fake posts and self-realization and whatever. But again, it all comes down to uh, what the facts are. So again, I'm not here to waste anybody's time. I'm not bashing any companies. I'm just trying to tell you guys how it is. This is the authenticity of my channel. So I want people to realize that Wall Street does not care about smaller companies like this. I don't think people would do buyouts or acquisitions. We'll see what happens. But again, let's take any random one. I mean, stop. I could just, I don't know, just click on any random one. And again, look, Max chart, lower lows, even on a 5-year chart. Okay, so it hasn't broken its low, but I'm a betting man, so how far away are we from the lowest low? So we're only about, what, $1 and change, which is not much. By percentage, it'll take a lot, but again, we're not too far out from a trend like that. So again, that's all I want to say. A lot of these companies, broke its lower low and close to its 2020 low. So again, this company it hasn't reached lower lows, but it's pretty much stayed flat for now. Been bouncing around, or people have not taken notice. Uh, let's look at one more. I don't know, just a random one. It remained flat, so it jumped up. Now it's going down. It's broken. It was trying to break its lower low from here, from right here in 2020, and that's just the first uh, of the break. But once I get confirmation that it breaks this second low, once it breaks the second lower bar, I don't even know how else to explain it. If you can see the 5-year chart, what was the lowest point below what it's worth now? So it would be here. Then the second point would be here. That's the second lowest. And then the third point would be there. It's just self-explanatory if you look at it. So we have one low, the second one, and then here's the third one. This is what I'm concerned about. The first one, it can be a 50-50 chance. But once it breaks that, the chances are even greater, if that makes sense. So it's reaching a new floor. It's like you went up to the elevator to the 8th floor, I don't know, 10th floor or whatever. Once you start heading down those stairs, and let's say you want to see your neighbor or whatever, you try to get back upstairs, depending on how low you go, you start getting tired, and then you have to work your way up. So that's the way the market works as well. I'm definitely cautious or concerned about reaching its second lower point, and once that reaches, um, sky's the limit, and that is definite confirmation as to it's gonna reach even lower. Whether even if it does take those volatility factors with the up and down waves. So there you have it. I hope you guys learned something. Fundamentally, I strongly believe we are not in an environment to invest fundamentally. That should have been done a long time ago. If it is, you really have to be sure your company of your liking on your stock portfolio, that you have done a current evaluation for 2023, because when people lose money, their balance sheets look even tighter in a grip. So what I'm saying is their assets are less, and yes, their debt might get lower, but their costs and expenses go up, and it's harder for companies to maintain their balance sheet. So again, we're falling into that halfway mark of the year to do a sector rotation or really evaluate the companies that you have chosen into your portfolio. So again, thank you guys for watching. This is not a newsletter or anything. This is not for entertainment. This is for educational purposes. I hope you guys enjoyed my research and my work and my transparency. Any questions, comments, I'm always up for. Find me on my YouTube channel. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.